The Oklahoma AG pushes to reinstate a law criminalizing unauthorized immigrants. A death row inmate makes his final appeals to save his life. And an Oklahoma City TV station is suing the state superintendent. We'll have details coming up on the KGOU AM News Brief for Tuesday, September 24th. I'm Nick Daniels. The state attorney general is appealing to a federal court to reinstate a law criminalizing unauthorized immigrants in the state. State Capitol reporter Lionel Ramos has more.
In his motion to the United States Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, Attorney General Gettner Drummond keeps most of the same arguments in favor of House Bill 4156's merits and justification. He says giving local law enforcement in Oklahoma the ability to arrest anyone without legal immigration status is necessary to fight what he calls an unprecedented onslaught of criminal activity caused by illegal immigration through the southern border. Drummond says the opponents of the law who sued lack standing in court, and he argues the lawsuit should not have been joined with other cases. In addition, he says a federal judge who has suspended the law went too far in his ruling. In Oklahoma City, I'm Lionel Ramos.
Despite a clemency recommendation from the Oklahoma Pardon and Parole Board, 52-year-old Emmanuel Littlejohn is still facing execution this week. Our own Hannah France reports one anti-capital punishment advocacy group is working to bring attention to the case.
On Monday, Death Penalty Action read a message from Littlejohn during a Zoom press conference.
Governor Stitt, please spare my life. I know he is a good man. I pray that you would please save my life.
Littlejohn was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to death for the 1992 fatal shooting of Kenneth Mears during a robbery of an Oklahoma City convenience store. Over the weekend, Death Penalty Action updated 10 billboards around Oklahoma City addressing Stitt with the hashtag Save Emmanuel Littlejohn. He is scheduled to be executed on Thursday, September 26. Kevin Stitt has only granted clemency once in his tenure as Oklahoma governor, to Julius Jones just hours before his scheduled execution in 2021. I'm Hannah France.
Oklahoma City TV news station KFOR is suing State Superintendent Ryan Walters for access to State Board of Education meetings and press conferences. State Impact's Beth Wallace reports the lawsuit filed Monday comes after repeatedly being refused entry.
KFOR alleges in the federal lawsuit its reporting team has been sequestered to an overflow room during state board meetings, while all other media members are allowed to be in the room with the board. Since March, this has happened 4 times. The suit also alleges OSDE Communications Director Dan Sept has denied KFOR access to the press conferences Walters provides after each meeting. Sept said the outlet wasn't a legitimate news organization. KFOR holds press credentials that allow staff access to the Capitol complex, including the Department of Education. Sept later said in a statement his office would not work with, quote, tabloids who consistently editorialize and report false information rather than inform the public. The suit alleges Walters and Sept violated First Amendment rights to free speech and press, and seeks a court order to allow KFOR into the meetings and press conferences. The next board meeting is Thursday. For State Impact, I'm Beth Wallace.
A tax credit program helps Oklahomans cover the cost of private school tuition and fees. But KGOU's Spencer Plato reports the Oklahoma Tax Commission says the law prevents it from tracking how much each school gets.
An examination by the Tulsa World newspaper found schools in Idaho, California, Ohio, Florida, and Japan were registered for the Oklahoma Parental Choice Tax Credit. The newspaper reports when contacted for data, the OTC said it keeps the payments to each school confidential under state law. House Speaker-elect Kyle Hilbert told the Tulsa World while he wants the numbers, he is concerned about releasing identifiable data from small schools with few students. The 2023 law provides state income tax credits of $5,000 to $7,500 to the parents of children attending private schools registered for the program. The program's budget will increase to $250 million over the next 2 tax years. Recent legislation will bar out-of-state schools from participating starting in spring 2025. I'm Spencer Plato.
And you'll find more news at our website, kgou.org. We also invite you to follow the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
The candidates for November are set.
I know Donald Trump's type.
Between now and Election Day,
we are not going back.
A campaign season unfolding faster.
Kamala Harris is not getting a promotion
Than any in recent history.
Make America great again.
Follow it all with new episodes every weekday on the NPR Politics Podcast.